Hello, dear Leos. This is Magdalena Tarot. I am doing your reading now in June, the very beginning of June. This is a brand new channel, Magdalena Tarot, and I've just begun. So if you subscribe or like, if anything in here helps you, entertains you, inspires you, gives you something, please like and subscribe, because yes, I'm starting out. I need to know if this is something that I should carry on doing. So comment, let me know if you resonate with this, and then I'll keep coming back. This is for Leo's sun, moon, rising, but also maybe you have Leo heavily in your chart somewhere else, so don't be limited with your sun, moon or rising. If you resonate a lot with Leo, if you feel intuitively guided towards this video for whatever reason, that's how intuition works. It doesn't always follow logical reason. It could also be a reading for a friend, a loved one, even an enemy. It could be about somebody else. So if it's for someone you care about, if you're like, my God, that situation is just like the situation of my friends, pass on the message to them. They may not be into these YouTube videos, so maybe it's something for you to just talk to a friend about. If it feels like something that might resonate with or help somebody else, then please, pass the guidance on. Our spirit guides, higher guidance, whatever you believe in, the spiritually. Sometimes we're given dreams or ideas or intuitions or guidance to help somebody else. So follow that. This reading could be for right now. It could be something from your past that you, for whatever reason, need to re-examine. It could be something about your future, which you just might think, oh, that resonates, but I don't know why. It could be something that's coming up for you. So just be open. Again, this is intuitive. This is an intuitive art form, healing art. It does not work in logical ways, in ways that our logical mind understands. So you have to just follow your feelings, your intuition here, and release sometimes that thinking TikTok monkey mind that doesn't always doesn't always help us when it comes to matters of the heart, when it comes to future, when it comes to feelings. Now, what else do I need to say to you? My passion is teaching about intuition, channeling intuition, inspiring people through my intuition to engage with their own intuition. But I love doing one-to-one readings. I love doing live readings. I love working directly with people, one-to-one. Of course I can do recorded readings too, but please, if you feel like you would like a reading, contact me on the email address below. Okay, I think I've said everything I need to say already, 4 minutes in. My spiel is done. So, messages for Leo, please. Please give guidance to Leo. I feel like I need to do this, but you know what? This is a really hard deck of cards to shuffle. They're wonderful quality. It is, last thing to tell you, the Prisma Visions deck. A wonderful deck. I'm sorry, I know this is really dark. You're just going to have to go with that, people. Listen to my voice. I will guide you vocally if visually this is a little bit too dark. My other light bulb is broken. I don't have any right now. Okay, Prisma Visions, incredible deck. I bought this from the Little Red Tarot. Is it called Little Red Tarot? Wonderful website. Okay, so, okay. See. Oh, the last thing I wanted to say is sometimes the readings that come out in the cards aren't about you or your life directly, but you might be so deeply inspired by a reader and by the way that they read the cards that you find yourself drawn to listening anyway, every single reading holds a life teaching, an archetypal life teaching that is even beyond the reader. So these cards contain so much wisdom. So if you just are digging, loving, enjoying any reader, follow that. And if you don't feel good about something, if something triggers a difficult feeling and you don't want to listen anymore, that's okay. You must just turn off, because this is really about following your bliss. So dear beloved Leos, guidance for Leos, please. I'm calling only beings of love and light to channel messages of love, light, hope, guidance, wisdom through these cards, through me right now. Please, for anyone out there who's searching, anyone out there who's lost, anyone out there who's listening to this right now, I'm channeling guidance for you. Oh dear, I'm already feeling, I'm sorry, I don't mean oh dear as in a bad thing, but I'm already feeling somebody's heart. Anyway, I'm feeling right now a connection to somebody that is quite touching. So I'm sending whoever that is much, much, much love. Much love to you, dear one, whoever you are. Okay, so here at the bottom of the reading, let's see, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Take a look at that. This Knight of Pentacles is incredible because she is on a unicorn. And then what just came into my head is, now this is base of the reading, root of the reading. Okay, it's a theme. It's a theme of this situation. It's a theme of this guidance, this teaching, whatever it is for you, that's connected with something in your history, in your life, in your past, in your here and now, that is about very slow moving transformation. Okay, slow moving wishes that maybe are moving slower than you want. I'm hearing trust magic, trust the magic. It's not here yet. I know it's not here yet, whoever Leo I'm talking to. I know it's not here yet, but there is a deep wish. There's a wish that's coming to you, but it's coming slower than you want, slower than you like. Let's see what the other cards are going to tell us. So we have a heart card for the heart of the reading. For some reason that turned over now, 6 of Cups for our past influence. We've got a future influence. We've got a hidden, something hidden about the situation in the unconscious, in the unknown, under the surface. We have something on the surface of the situation, something that's apparent, future influence. And then this base card. Ooh, okay, Knight of Pentacles. Let's see what's at the heart of the reading. And we have the 6 of Swords. This is such a lovely 6 of Swords. Now in the traditional deck we have somebody in a boat being taken to another island, another land, away from something, some suffering, some darkness, to something else, something new, other potential, new potential, moving away from depression, from darkness, from difficulty. You can see here, I know it's so dark, I'm sorry, Leos, but you can see here these butterflies as flying over this bridge, flying to another place. And I'm hearing the word promise. Promise. In the past influence is a lovely card, the 6 of Chalices, the 6 of Cups. And there she is swimming in the waters. She reminds me right now of the Star card. So that's just coming into my head now. That thought's never come to my head before, so it's important to say it. The Star card, not a major arcana, but a kind of a smaller version of that same process of purification. So something purified, something cleansed. So let's think about what that could really be in terms of your life, your everyday life. So something happened in the past that was helpful. I'm hearing helpful, that healed you, a healing process, somewhere where you met your true feelings about something. You met your true feelings about something. It helped you. You were helped. You were immersed in something, something that connected you back with yourself. I mean, who knows? Maybe you went on a retreat. Maybe you went on a retreat. Maybe you've been on holiday. I feel rest. I feel rejuvenation. I feel being centered. I feel mirror to the self. I feel like whatever's led you to where you are right now was where you actually had a chance to be with yourself, as you are, cleansing. And the Six of Swords in the here and now, you're moving away from that. So when we are immersed in a healing, purifying, star-like mini star process, we have to, in those days, weeks, months, to be maybe alone, separated slightly from familiar things, from everyday things. Even if you're working, maybe you're going through a process of meditation or just taking more time alone, but getting in touch with yourself is something beautiful. But then one has to transition out of that space, a bridging moment now, where we're in something at the heart of this reading, where we're moving from one thing to another. And I'm driven now to the future influence card, which is the 7. This keeps happening. Sequences of numbers. We've got 2 6s here. My wonderful Leos, moving into the 7 of Wands. So interesting, very, very interesting. What I see is someone immersed in this cleansing, purifying, just being with the self in a very loving way. And then this transition into, this having to, I've got to move, I can't stay here forever. I can't stay here forever. I have to also, get out of these, this kind of self-reflecting, being with self space, coming back to myself, moving back into the real world. I mean, whatever that means, Leo, because the real world is what we decide it is for us. It's different for every person. But I'm hearing that this idea that you have maybe of the real world, I have to get back to the real world, but with the 7 of Wands, it feels like you're kind of, if we take a look at this card, this person is stepping on these, is trying to stay afloat above the, this maybe idea that you have that you can't, in order to live your everyday life, or in order to move on with your life from this healing space or this holiday space, you have to somehow get out of that water. But to me, this person looks way more comfortable here in this beautiful water with those lovely flowers. Flowers, by the way, that grow out of the mud, these beautiful flowers that rise up out of the mud. So there's this sense, I think, with you in the past that you've risen up from something possibly difficult. For some of you, it might have been something, but some of you, it may just have been a break from work, or a withdrawal from, everyday life. But for some of you, it may really have been something deeper, a healing, and moving out of something difficult, something darker, a relationship, or a difficult, maybe even traumatic work situation. Transitioning now, but with the 7 of Wands here, I'm feeling like this person doesn't look as comfortable as the other one, but we're going to draw some clarifiers about that. There's something also beautiful about this, moving from the 6 of Chalices to the 7 of Wands. It's like, how do I bring this energy from the 6 of Chalices, beautiful healing energy, how do I bring that into my daily life energetically? How do I energetically move the energy of this beautiful, purifying, innocent energy of the Six of Cups into how do I move that forward? And it may not be easy to do that, actually. And that's right now with the Six of Swords, what you're figuring out. How do I go to the next step? So let's have a look what's happened. What's the hidden? Oh my goodness me. Leo, we have got the Sun, which is your card. Sun, yeah. I feel like it's your card. I think I'm right there. The Sun, I mean, this is such an incredible card for the Sun. It's just like everything beautiful, glorious is melting. And what I'm hearing now, it's melting. It's not being destroyed, but things are being broken down into their most pure form. So this kind of discovery, this inner discovery in you or someone you know or love, this discovery of what it is that's really making you happy. You know, this discovery of what's really this is a major arcana, so this is full on, this is intense. This is happening underneath the surface. This is happening in your unconscious. This is maybe hidden from your daily life, maybe even from other people. Yeah, sure, maybe, but also maybe even from your own awareness. But this is what's happening underneath the surface. The Sun. You are melting down everything in your life that's most important and trying to understand. You are understanding. You are finding out what your true essence is. The thing connecting with those things, that energy that really lights you up. And you're doing it from the inside. You're doing it from the inside. And this is beautiful. I mean, there's no more important place for this card to be than in your inner world, because from there everything comes. I mean, this is the root of everything. And when we've got the Sun in this position, that's true inner enlightenment or flourishing or power. Please, Leo, apply this, everything I'm saying, to your life as your life is. Make sense of it in terms of the individuality of your own life. I try not to make these things too specific, these readings, these meanings, these archetypes too specific, because there's a number of people looking at this. So you have to apply it to your life. And you will be able to do that. It should make sense to you if it's a reading directly for you. On the top here, on the surface, what's apparent, what you see, what you know to be true or others perceive to be true is the Judgment card. The Judgment card, okay? This door opening into understanding, this path that lies ahead, and with Judgment, it's based on past experiences. It's based on our history. It's based on everything that came before this moment now that leads us to a deeper truth. It's a calling. It's a calling. So these are big energies. The Sun and the Judgment card, big energies here. Big stuff happening on the inside and the outside. And here's you in the middle, in this middle line. Let me move these cards here like this. This middle line here of somebody purifying, healing, somebody in transition and trying to navigate, trying to figure out how to move with their energy into the world, how to navigate these waters. After this purification, after this getting in touch with something beautiful and pure and true. So we really are talking here about somebody who is in a moment of movement, of transition, and trying to figure out how to move forward. One's is energy swords from thought into action. So we've got healing into ideas, about maybe how to manifest, how to move forward, ideas about how to move forward into the actual movement forward into action. And that's 7 of Wands traditionally is about how to standing your ground. How do I bring my truth out into the world when maybe the world around me doesn't support necessarily, directly, where I'm coming from right now, or something I've discovered, or something I've experienced, or even this kind of, when we've had a healing experience, I mean, even now I'm thinking about when you just fall in love with somebody in such a profound and beautiful way that you feel, you know, like a new person. You feel reborn, but then you have to go back out into the world feeling like this new person, right? This new person reborn, and you're purer somehow, and you're almost like a child going back out into the world. And it's not easy. You kind of have to tread carefully, don't you? But I mustn't forget this Sun and this Judgment card that are really showing us that there's this huge inner light kind of, I'm hearing, being switched on, and this door opening up, this moving forward. There is something greater at work here. Some bigger growth, and what I'm having a feeling now that happens sometimes, and I'm struggling to put that into words, this understanding, this lesson that somehow when it's grasped, brings this immense inner illumination. And it's something connected to past, because we've got the 6 of Chalices, which is very often about past lives, past loves. But also the Judgment card can be about, typically it can be seen as a return card, the return of something, the re-emergence, the rebirth of something. So with those two together, I'm feeling very strongly something old from the past. I mean, it could be a person, it could be it could be, but I just feel so strongly this is more about your return back to yourself, back to the purity of your truth, something in your life. I mean, when as readers we say these things, I'm not saying that, this is just one aspect of your life. That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, nobody is pure truth. Nobody is only that. We're all a mixture of things. Now, look what's dropped out. The 2 of Chalices and the 8 of Wands. Which, now that is, we've got the 6 to the 7 to the 8. So I'm going to put those in a sequence because it makes sense to me. 8 of Wands, the 7 of Wands to the 8 of Wands. Keep going is what I'm hearing, Leo. Keep going. Keep moving forward, even if it feels right now a little bit tricky. And you're like, oh dear, I'm not sure quite how to move forward with this particular situation, or this particular new discovery, or this new awakening, this rebirth, this healing. I actually don't know how to put this out into the world. Keep moving, keep stepping forward, because from the 7 to the 8 of Wands, there's not far to go before you reach land, and then it's going to be smooth sailing. I'm hearing 8 of Wands, forward movement, forward communication. So this is a process that you're going through now of transition from one place, inner space. It could be external as well. It could be from a holiday, whatever. I said those things before, to something, but there's really a journey here, just this beautiful journey, and this, the future influence or the future outcome or the future advice is, prepare that the stepping out with this new, whatever it is, relationship, job, transformation, inner realization, this life lesson, this growth forward past things that once held you back, this movement forward, the leaving behind of something old, with the World card now at the bottom of the deck. And the beginning of something new, yeah. But I have here as well the Two of Chalices, the Two of Cups. So this could well be about a partnership. This could well be to do with a love relationship. And now that could also be a partnership in work. It could also be, I'm pulling a couple more cards out while I'm saying this, just to let you know. It could also be the unification. So I'm hearing the word unification of two separate, different parts of you. This feeling of inner unification, the bridging together of an inner and an outer process. Now, to those of you who are interested in psychology and self-development, that will make sense. To some of you, what would make more sense is maybe something external in your life, like I said, a job, two different, for example, say you work with teaching and then also sometimes with theatre, and maybe those two different things will come together, so you're going to start teaching theatre. It comes from you taking time for yourself, getting in touch with yourself, this healing process, this holiday, this break, this transition, this connection with a calling, this learning from old lessons, feeling called forward, this inner realization, this inner illumination. But again, it could very well be a love relationship. Okay, a lover. Could be a man with a man, a woman with a woman with a man. On Magdalena Tarot, we are, open to all he's, she's, these and theys. So this could work anyway. I've got here the Knight of Wands, the Ten of Swords, Three of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. So this sense moving out of this kind of the energy of the Knight of Wands, which is dynamic, moving energy, moving around, not being still, that leading us into the Ten of Swords, which is, really difficult stuff, coming to the end of really difficult cycles of next to the Knight of Swords, instability, fiery, passionate engagements which end quickly, which, there could have been lots of them, that it just never lasts. It just keeps on, something new starts and then it ends, and it new starts and it ends. Then this Three of Wands, which is this need to be stiller with this energy, this the Knight's energy, the Wands energy, to be still, to look, to wait, to ponder with our energy. And then moving into the Ace of Wands, which is this wonderful, pure, dynamic energy. We've refound our energy. We've got to the source here with the sun here. We've got past some old patterns here, and we've really got in touch with the source of our dynamic energy, our life source. It's a feeling that you've got back some of your energy here. Now that feels very clear. You've got back some of your energy. It could be through this relationship. actually. You might have had to be alone for a while in order to be able to find this relationship. Now, this could be coming in the future. This could have been, this relationship could be what has brought you this Six of Cups, this wonderful purification. But there's just two sixes, 7 and an 8, this wonderful sense of moving forward. This moving forward, it might be tricky with the 7 of Wands, like I said, but you're going to get there. Keep going. You are going to get there and come onto dry land and movement forward and communication. 8 of Wands is clarity as well. I mean, I'm hearing that very strongly, clarity. You know, really, real clarity. With the 2 of Chalices, partnership, togetherness. So, Leo, I feel like I'm going to leave it there. I kind of feel like I haven't got an oracle deck out at the moment, but in a way I wish I had. I'm not going to do, I'm just going to pull one more clarifier for the whole reading. Something to, and we've got the King of Chalices. Okay. So really, it could be a person, it could be a masculine energy, which could be a woman or a man, but somebody who has truly mastered their emotional life. Somebody who has found emotional mastery. So this would be somebody coming in who you just feel really knows what they feel. They understand their feelings or your feelings. They're able to be in relationship on an emotional level. And it could also be you. You might have got to a place in your life or want to be moving towards this place in your life where you've reached this ability, this emotional mastery. Be careful, I'm hearing, because also, you know, the King of Cups can also be, can turn away from their feelings. If you think about Scorpio, Scorpio is a very feeling sign, but on the surface with a Scorpio, you don't always see those feelings. So, you know, with the King of Cups, it can all be happening under the surface, but sometimes the surface of the water can be very still. But let's just take a look at this wonderful whirling, twirling energy. I want to leave you with that, Leo, as an image. Movement around you, being moved and moving with this flow of energy, this dynamic force I'm hearing that's really propelling you forward to a place of clarity and groundedness, but first this need to go through transition. I don't think there's anything else I can say. I hope this meant something to somebody. Please let me know. Ask me more questions too, because I would be happy to pull out other cards, Leo. You're getting there. That's what I'm hearing. Last words, things I want to say to you, you're getting there. You may not feel it. You may not feel it right now. You might be just stuck in the process. That's very important to say, because the reading is framed by the Sun and the Judgment card, but they're above and below you. So you may not know right now. You may just be plodding through or thinking, oh, I'm plodding through and I don't really know where I'm going. I don't really know where I'm heading. But the Sun and the Judgment are telling me this is big, maybe even bigger than you realize, or you may realize it's big, but you may be so daunted now by all these little steps that you're having to take that you're losing a sense and a connection with the enormity of what you're doing right now. You're walking through a doorway, you're discovering this inner light. So keep moving forward, and remember, you're not alone. With the King of Cups and the Two of Chalices, the Two of Cups, what I want to say to you is you're not alone. So you're maybe that need to not stand alone, but to reach out to somebody you love. Your partner is their partner. Could be a friend, a parent, a lover, even a child. But just know that you're not alone. There is a partnership coming in, or there is partnership around you. So know that. I'm sending you so much love, Leo. Take great care. Goodbye.